he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. Thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
Ever wonder what happens when you put a grumpy old man in a room with the Trumpster? Boom, Robert De Niro just showed us, and it wasn't pretty, folks. The Raging Bull himself went full-on beast mode, calling Trump everything from a punk to a dog. And let me tell you, it wasn't just your average celeb trash talk. This was a verbal smackdown that left jaws on the floor and Twitter in flames. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to dive into the verbal smackdown of the century. Picture this, Robert De Niro, the tough guy from Goodfellas, steps up to a mic at some fancy shindig, but instead of thanking his agent or whatever, he's about to go full Raging Bull on Trump's behind. The crowd's holding their breath. Is Bobby D gonna behave or start dropping F-bombs like they're hot potatoes? Well, let me tell you, he didn't disappoint. De Niro grabs that mic like it owes him money and starts laying into Trump like he's Joe Pesci in a bad mood.
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
First up, he calls Trump blatantly stupid. Ouch. But wait, there's more. He's just warming up, folks. Next comes a punk, a dog, a pig, and a con artist. I mean, damn, De Niro's not pulling any punches here. It's like he's reading from a dictionary of insults, and Trump's picture is next to every single one. But the real kicker? De Niro says he'd like to punch Trump in the face. Talk about a plot twist. I mean, we've all thought about it, but to hear it from the mouth of Travis Bickle himself, that's some next level stuff right there. The audience is losing their minds at this point. They're gasping, they're cheering, they're probably spitting out their fancy champagne. It's like watching a master chef roast an orange turkey. And let me tell you, that turkey is well and truly cooked.
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
But De Niro's not done yet. Oh no, he's got more zingers up his sleeve than Trump's got spray tan. He caps it all off by calling Trump a real disgrace and genuinely a sick person. I mean, tell us how you really feel, Bobby. As the dust settles and everyone's picking their jaws up off the floor, we're all left wondering, how's Donnie Diapers gonna react to this verbal beatdown? Is he gonna tweet up a storm, send his lawyers after De Niro, or maybe he'll just cry into his gold-plated pillow? One thing's for sure, folks. This wasn't your average celeb trash talk. This was a full-on, no-holds-barred, take-no-prisoners assault on the commander-in-chief. And let me tell you, it was glorious to watch. So you thought De Niro's roast was the end of the story?
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany. They had it with Hitler.
Oh, you sweet summer child. While Bobby D was busy dropping verbal bombs, our favorite orange-tinted villain was gearing up for his own Twitter tantrum. Picture this: Trump perched on his golden throne, tiny fingers hovering over his phone, face redder than a MAGA hat left out in the sun. You just know something's about to go down. And boy, did it ever. Trump's tweets started flying out faster than fake news on Facebook, each one more unhinged than the last. Washed up actor De Niro thinks he's tough, sad. Reads one. Maybe if he could remember his lines, he wouldn't need to attack me. Loser, says another. Classic Donnie Diapers, always ready with the third-grade insults. But here's where it gets interesting. While Trump's busy rage tweeting, his loyal MAGA minions are whipping themselves into a frenzy. They're threatening to boycott De Niro's movies, which is hilarious, because let's face it, most of them probably think Goodfellas is about a charity organization.
About who Donald Trump was in 2016. You're a lifetime New Yorker, so is he, and you said the country does not realize who this fraudster is, and not enough people listened. Do you think they'll listen now?
Either for self-preservation, because they actually believe it, or they're deluding themselves, or whatever. But then when that happens, and you walk into a restaurant, you see people you used to know, and all of a sudden you will see things that, like you'll see, it's like invasion of the body snatchers. You'll see people you knew or you thought you knew all of a sudden changing, all of a sudden going with that side.
Meanwhile, the media's having a field day. Every news outlet from sea to shining sea is picking apart this celeb showdown like it's the last piece of fried chicken at a church picnic. You've got talking heads debating whether De Niro crossed a line, Trump supporters claiming he's just jealous of their dear leader's success, insert eye roll here, and late night comedians thanking their lucky stars for this goldmine of material. But wait, there's more. Word on the street is that grumpy Trumpies cooked up a secret plan to get back at De Niro. It's not a tweet, it's not a speech, it's, well, let's just say it involves a certain ex-president and a dance-off. That's right, folks. Rumor has it that Trump's planning to settle this feud with a cha-cha. Can you imagine? The orange turd doing the tango. It's enough to make you want to bleach your eyeballs. As Trump's tweet storm rages on, the rest of the world is left wondering, who else is going to join this circus? Will we see Meryl Streep challenging Mike Pence to a rap battle? Or maybe Tom Hanks will challenge Ted Cruz to a hot dog eating contest? At this point, nothing would surprise me. Well, folks, this De Niro versus Trump saga is like watching a really weird, really orange version of Rocky. Instead of boxing, they're just insulting each other. And let's be honest, we're all here for it. Grab your popcorn and keep those Twitter fingers ready, cause this show ain't ending anytime soon. The public split down the middle on this one. Some people are cheering for Bobby D like he's just knocked out Ivan Drago, while others are defending Grumpy Trumpy like he's their favorite WWE wrestler. It's like the whole country's turned into one big messy high school cafeteria fight. Who knows what's next in this celebrity smackdown? Maybe we'll see Trump and De Niro duke it out in a dance-off. Now that's something I'd pay to see. Orange turd doing the tango. Talk about must-see TV. And hey, if you thought this was wild, just wait till you see our next video. Trump goes mad after Michelle Obama delivers knockout blow to Trump in must-see smackdown. It's gonna be huge.